Hey guys, welcome. How are you doing? If I sound a bit and look a bit shit, it is because I'm still sick at home. I got some higher temperature, but I'm still alive. So, yay. Still wanted to do the stream and wanted to watch the Computex announcements with you guys. Doesn't have started yet, as far as I can tell. Hey. Eh?
Morning, ladies
Oh,
and gentlemen.
there we go.
Welcome to
There
the
we go.
2019 Computex International Press
Right, there we
Conference.
go. I'm going to also bring it to you guys. Hope that's fine. If not, I get banned now. Should be fine. Let me
This year,
switch.
Computex has prepared to go above and beyond your
There we go.
expectations. Without further ado, please welcome Mr.
Also,
Walter
I'm
Ye,
waiting on my
President and CEO of the
tea to get
organizer,
ready because
Taika,
I'm
to the
drinking a
stage
lot of
to
tea
give
right
us
now.
a remark and preview of Computex 2019.
So yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, good
I
morning.
hope everything is fine for you guys. Sound should be
Welcome
good.
to Computex 2019.
Yay.
I'm very happy to see so many people.
And I hope we're getting some announcements. Some people said there was a leak because they switched on the stream too early. Kind of fucked it up and you could see something.
To be held at this Computex pre-show
Oh, water is boiling.
press conference. Computex involves the joint effort of both Tetra and TCA. So now,
No, the water faked the boiling. It's not yet boiling.
Of Computex, Mr. Jiang of TCA.
Again, apologies for my poor health. I really didn't want to be sick.
President Walter Ye of Tetra, distinguished guests, media friends.
Sound for you guys okay?
On behalf of Taipei Computer Association and our chairman, TH,
Yeah, it should be pretty fine.
I would like to express my welcome to all of you for this year Computex.
Thank you. Thank you.
Since early 19th centuries, steam machine,
Now the water is boiling.
electric generator, and the internal combustion engine brought human beings into automation civilization era. And then, since 1960, semiconductor, computer, network, and mobile devices brought us into information technology civilization era. Taiwan and
Here we go.
Taipei participate in this great IT revolution.
So this is not the important thing we want to really hear and listen to.
With our engineering
The important bit is come a bit later.
operation flexibility, and business trust.
I have a Lord of the Rings
We
GOT
often
crossover prologue written and need to have someone read it to see if it makes sense to anyone with me.
And the ecosystem.
Well,
This month,
link it
May, is
and we'll
exactly
see if I can read it.
the 50-year anniversary
In Discord, obviously.
of AMD. So I'm so honored and happy to be here with you to learn from the pioneer of semiconductor and the compute.
So yeah, I really do hope they are going to make some announcements regarding the new generation of CPUs. Because I do want to have some more cores and more frequency on mine.
New version, new solution for next computing.
12 cores would be nice.
Computing. So by close my
Really enjoy that.
I wish you all have a very fruitful stay in Taipei. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I have a good stay at home right now.
Thank you, Mr.
Sadly,
Thank you,
since
Mr.
Friday.
Jiang, for your warm
I think I got
remarks.
flu.
For decades,
But you're not here
Computex
because
has played
I have the
a very
flu.
important role.
You're here because
in the ICT
You're hoping for some
industry.
announcements. I don't know. What are you
This is
guys hoping
because
for?
Taiwan is
Bye,
home
cat.
to many leading tech companies. As we know, the technology
I hope for 12
industry
course
is
4.5
constantly
gigahertz.
changing.
That is like
And we
my
are now entering a new era
my
of
happy
innovation.
point. Everything
Therefore,
beyond that
we are
be my
always
super duper happy point.
transforming and evolving in order to maintain our position as a global innovator. Indeed, last October,
So yeah, I guess we will
the
be
World
hearing
Economic Forum,
half an
WEF,
hour of this,
ranked Taiwan
5 minutes of the
as
interesting
one of
bit.
the top 4 super innovators in the world, alongside Germany, the US, and Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland.
Taiwan
Hi.
has achieved this remarkable position thanks to our vibrant
He was certainly
startup
talking about me because I'm
ecosystem
super important
and strong
to myself.
digital economy. Moreover, with the support
Sorry.
of the Taiwan government, our exhibitors, and our visitors, we are able to stay one step ahead in a fast-changing world. Today, Computex is more than just a
Never mind.
platform.
I was just wondering why they were using flashes from behind, but the guys in front, it makes some sense.
Ecosystem. With focuses on themes like AI, IoT, 5G, blockchain, innovations and startups.
Yeah, he just used all the tech, well, the hot tech words, 5G, blockchain.
Is expanding
Wow.
every year.
Viewer numbers are exploding right now.
Our exhibition hall 2 is providing new capacity with almost 10% growth in booth numbers from last year. This year, Computex is hosting 1,000.
So somebody said it would start at 4:15, the keynote from AMD, and everything before it is just,
Audi, BenQ,
well, to me it's fluff. To them it's important.
Micron, Microsoft, MSI, Nvidia, Honda.
Hey Baron, did you already order all your parts for the new computer?
Is Innovex,
or have you already built it?
which links together the entire supply chain and promotes a complete ecosystem for the startup community. If a
it's hot.
startup is looking to find investors, promote new ideas,
Very intelligent.
or products, or search for partners and manufacturers, Innovex is the perfect place to start. Since its debut in 2016, Innovex has more than doubled in size, with 467 global
I maybe should have been listening,
from 25 countries. Now, Innovex is the biggest startup platform in Asia.
Right, okay, that's
To help
another,
our startup become tomorrow's success
basically a conference
we do things
where they host
differently. We
startups.
organize
Nope,
events
financial things
such
came
as
up, so no
startup
Oh, damn, Baron.
Innovex,
Oh, too bad.
such
Too
as
bad.
startup
And maybe
also
not too bad, depending
conference
on what
and
they
matchmaking events
show right
with
now.
VCs. To help our startup,
And what Intel counters with.
other events
I mean, they
at
just introduced the
Computex
9900KS,
exceptional. For
Um,
instance, you will hear from great
which is an
industry
8-core, 5
leaders
gigahertz
and keynotes
boost
such
on all
as
cores.
Dr. Lisa
They didn't
Su,
disclose
AMD
the
President
TDP
and
yet.
CEO,
I
Mr.
wonder why.
Gregory Bryant, Intel Senior Vice President, and Mr. Nick Parker, Microsoft Corporate Vice
Leaks
President.
point to like 14 nanometers plus.
In
Plus?
addition, you can attend many
Plus or something?
forums, including Computex Forum, Innovex Forum, and Taipei 5G Summit. You will also see product launches
Hot.
by global
1 second, I need to see if
brand
I find some honey.
Only today, from this morning until the evening, we have many product launches from top brands from all over the world. Most importantly, we help to arrange one-on-one trade meetings with global buyers during the show. And that is not all you will see and do at Computex this year. For the next 5 days, you will see and experience
Found honey, but it's empty. No honey.
positively impacting how we live, work, and play, and how we communicate, think, and create. The industry is changing, and together we are changing the world. So, enjoy future technologies at Computex today.
All right.
Now,
So,
I'm going to introduce to you
what we're
someone
waiting for.
very special. I have the pleasure of welcoming an extraordinary technology leader, Dr. Lisa Su, President
Here we go.
and
That's
CEO
the opening
of AMD.
keynote by her.
Yeah. Okay. AMD is a high-performance
She's kind of
computing
cool.
force behind much of the technology that you use every day.
Prologue too long to just PM it to you. How many signs or how many?
Celebrating its 50th anniversary, and it's
fine.
also launching the world's
Uh,
first
you can
7-nanometer
probably just put it in a
CPU and
TXT
GPU,
file, I suppose,
which I
or a
think
Word
is
file.
going to have a
I mean, I
major
suppose
impact
it's below
on the
8
market.
megabytes, and direct PM it me on
2014,
Discord.
Dr. Su took
Direct
over
PM.
as
The-
CEO
It's
and has
see, my brain is
led
sick
the
too.
company to a number of remarkable achievements.
I see.
She's
Yeah, I suppose you have it in a file.
a
Just
world
send me a copy.
and globally recognized business leader. Today, Dr. Su is joining the Computex for the very first time. So,
Nice worry in the
give
background.
the warmest welcome to Dr. Lisa Su.
Hey, there we go. Now comes the part that is interesting. At least to me, that's the part I wanted to see. No, that's not the part I wanted to see, but that's the important part. Because they need to get their CPU into desktops. Laptops. That's why Intel has such a market lead, because most computers sold are laptops right now. And the enthusiasts who built their computers themselves are just a very, very small, well, edge case, you could say. Of course they had to show Fortnite. That's the only game that matters. Nothing so far we haven't seen. Well, if it really is AMD, we will see. I hope it's a future shared by AMD and Intel. Because if we only have AMD and no Intel,
Thank you.
we'll be the same shit as we have been before.
Computex.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right. Good morning, Taipei.
Good morning.
Absolutely wonderful
Very
to be
late evening here.
in Taipei, opening up the Computex press conference. And I have to really thank the entire Computex committee, particularly Taitra and TCA, for inviting AMD to our first ever keynote here at Computex.
Yeah, it was kind of a hint that they had a comeback and there had something big coming, that they were giving this keynote.
Partners and all of the members of the press together. But I'd also like to welcome the global audience that is watching all over the world on live stream. We really appreciate you joining us today, joining AMD, joining Computex. And Walter said something interesting. He said it was our first time at Computex. Actually, AMD comes to Computex every single year.
Okay, thanks.
And we
I see it. I just got it in 4 parts.
This is the hard
6,000
system in computing. But this is the first time we are officially invited to be a keynote here at Computex.
That's
so again,
science.
Thank you very much.
6,000.
So,
how are you calling?
Walter mentioned that
not letters.
Company, we actually celebrated our 50th anniversary actually just a few weeks ago on May 1st. And
yeah, the anniversary CPU was kind of disappointing.
A big milestone for AMD. And if you look at the history of AMD,
I mean, I would have rather liked like a 50th anniversary edition of a new CPU.
And it is all about industry first and introducing new technologies that haven't been introduced before. If you take a look at the first gigahertz CPU, that was introduced by AMD. Or the first gigahertz GPU, that was introduced by AMD. And more recently, we've really been focused on innovation in
I'm not sure if I switched off the oven. The stove. 1 second.
High-end desktop processor at 32 cores to really revolutionize the industry. And just earlier this year,
no, it's off.
Introduced
the
first 7-nanometer GPU. So lots of technology. But as exciting as the last 50 years
First
were,
1 gigahertz CPU, that was the Phenom, right? The 960T or something, I believe?
There's a tremendous demand for computing, and we really see 2 key areas. It's the demand for better experiences.
Big data
analytics.
analytics. Great.
One of us has hundreds of devices that we interact with at
but as
work,
always,
or play,
you can use big
or
data
through,
for
our daily lives.
good and bad
We
things.
want each one of those devices to be better. We want them to be more responsive. We want them to understand what we want, and that requires tremendous computing
Just like
power.
Kit.
On the other side, we also have these hundreds
Probably
of
running
devices
an
giving us
8086
lots of data.
or
And
Kit.
what are you going to do with all that data? We want that data to be smarter.
The bad camera settings to watch the stream make her microphone look like a massive mole on her jaw.
More easy. And that is really the huge demand for more computing.
Yeah, possible.
On the other side.
But the stream is fine, right? I don't see any dropped
Now,
frames.
at AMD,
We're at
we have one goal
1080p,
in
30
mind.
frames, which should be fine.
Our one goal is to lead the industry. And that requires that we think very differently about how to push the envelope.
Sorry about that.
in computing.
But as mentioned, I'm ill.
Since we're here amongst our friends in Taiwan who control really so much of the ecosystem, it is a tremendous...
That just sounded like so much of the ecosystem.
Really. If you look across the data center,
Okay, that's
you
cool.
look across gaming, or you look across PCs, all of these are growth areas for us and areas where new technologies can make a huge, huge difference. But one of the things about being in semiconductors is you have to make big bets. Big bets are what tell you, are you going to win or are you not going to win? And at AMD,
She didn't say
we have been
lose.
making some big bets. Our big bets are around high-performance leadership.
But yeah,
And
that's
high-performance leadership
not what you
is
see
not
when you try to
one
frame it in
or
a
two
PR.
things. It's really
PR
a
speech.
series of decisions that were made 3 to 5 years ago that position us for this year in 2019. And if you take a look at some
And
of
now
those
Jim
bets,
Keller is again at
first
Intel.
is in process
It's changing
technology.
back and forth.
We've chosen to be at the
He's
leading
like a
edge of process
metronome.
technology. We want the best that the industry has to offer, and frankly, that's In 2019, that's 7-nanometer process technology, and we are extremely proud of partnering with TSMC because they do have the best technology in the industry. The second bet is around...
Yeah, bye-bye Global Foundries for 7 nanometers.
The cores are really the engines of our products.
But who knows, maybe they're developing the next part already, I don't know.
And capable as possible. And so today, we're going to talk to you about our Zen 2 cores.
Yes.
We're going to talk to you
yes.
about our Navi products.
Yes.
That gives you an idea of our high performance.
Now the question is, what will they reveal? How much is it getting launched?
And the third piece is we have to put all of these things smartly together.
Oh, APUs?
Just building large pieces of silicon. It really means putting the best technology in the best silicon, in the best package, in the
I
best
doubt
system.
Sony is going to show some PS5 stuff. I doubt it.
Allows us to build an incredible set of products.
But APU stuff?
Now, I told you Computex is an extremely exciting time for us. And this morning, we're going to talk about a lot of different things.
Damn, the 3rd gen AMD Ryzen CPUs still only show one chiplet. Do you notice that? You notice that here? Just one chiplet over here.
How many of you are interested in Navi? We're going to preview Navi for you because it's an incredible product family.
Is it?
Gaming.
We'll see, hopefully.
And then, 3rd generation AMD
I would really
Ryzen
love
CPUs.
If AMD was getting competitive in GPU again.
We're going to have a fun morning talking about where technology can really go. So with that, let's start.
Well, where technology can go depends what Boston Dynamics does with their robots. Oh. Please, no creepy animated anime girls. I doubt it, though. Because these are tech journalists. But we're in Taiwan. Okay, so the first part is epic, huh?
Alright, so look, the data center is really incredibly exciting. And what's exciting about it is the data center really helps us solve the world's toughest
You know, it would have been funny
challenges.
if she was wearing a leather jacket.
Some of the most important scientific problems in the world, or you think about
Just like the one,
computing,
a
or you
certain
think about the tremendous growth in the cloud.
guy from a green team is wearing all the time.
All of these things need lots and lots of computing horsepower, and that's what it is.
The cut looks a bit close by though.
2 years ago,
from her jacket.
we introduced the EPYC processor family.
Is it a leather jacket?
EPYC was
I don't see.
meant to really bring a new era in the data center. We wanted to change the rules. We wanted to allow people to use single socket or dual socket systems depending on their workloads. And with that, we have seen tremendous adoption in EPYC over the last few years. Today,
I don't know,
we have
not
more than
today.
60 AMD EPYC platforms in production.
Not today.
And if you look globally at the largest
I'm a bit
cloud
torn
environments,
apart by
many
World
of
of Warships.
them are using AMD, including Microsoft Azure, including Amazon, including Baidu, Tencent, and many, many more. We have more than 50 AMD EPYC cloud instances in production right now. But I talked to you about
They're getting at least the good big customers, which is important for them.
We're very proud of. We're engineers. We like to solve problems. And just a few weeks ago, we were very, very honored to be selected for probably one of the most challenging, if not the most challenging supercomputer
Was it
in the
Stadia?
world. AMD was selected by Oak Ridge National Laboratories and the U.S. Department of Energy, together with Cray, to build
Which was just bought by HP.
exaflop supercomputer. That's 1.5 exaflops.
But yeah, I saw that 1.5 exaflops.
It's using a future generation of AMD EPYC, and it's using
That's a
future
shitload.
generation of our AMD Radeon Instinct.
I don't know how
And
much
the
it's a
reason we
shitload.
love it is because we know it's
Isn't
gonna
it
be
like
incredibly challenging.
exaflops? That's like
In 2021,
billion
is to have
teraflops?
the world's fastest supercomputer on AMD technology. And frankly, we're going to learn an incredible amount about how computers.
So sorry about me
We are going to help
doing that.
all of the scientists in the world solve some of these tough challenges. So just take a look at what people do with these supercomputers, please.
I would wager that they have one at CERN here in Switzerland too. Not an AMD one, but a supercomputer.
How we get to our answers, and that's what excites us. The evolution of AMDs seems to be on task with how research computing moves forward. They help us reinvent.
Isn't that the same guy that I had interviewed last time when they introduced the first generation?
To product development, to scientific.
He's also wearing the same stuff, I believe.
Resource exploration, and now more so to the emerging area of machine intelligence. We believe that supercomputing is at the forefront of computer architecture.
Oh my god, he's also
and
turtle.
Innovations and
Sorry, guys.
It's driven into systems.
Don't take me seriously on that one.
The standard for the
Sorry,
data
dude.
center.
I'm not trying to be mean.
Building a
But it just
supercomputer
was.
doesn't change the world in and of itself. It's only when we put it in the hands of scientists and engineers that they can use that system to change the world.
Frontier is going to change every aspect of our
Also,
lives.
I like the letterbox design they went with. I think they should have even made this picture a bit smaller
detecting them quickly
and a bigger black
carefully
border.
is really important
Looks
for,
more dramatic.
Preventing disease, as they cause millions of dollars in damage every year. I'm always fighting to get more and more CPU time on the cluster.
Yeah,
And
she was
as a
interviewed
server,
last
I'm
time
able to run
too.
A lot more jobs, faster, and this is really.
Is this the
for
same
getting
video?
research done in a reasonable amount of time.
Our engineers are proud that our technology will be used to help analyze and progress the analysis of advanced weather modeling, of advanced disease research, understanding molecular genetic disorders.
Seeing the science actually get somewhere and actually be able to change the world in a positive way is how.
Definitely the same guy.
That's what keeps the scientists going.
Definitely the same shirt.
Is that exciting or what, in terms of what you can do with the technology? So with that, let's
Yay.
move to our first.
No, it is
round of
exciting,
voting.
but it's not what I'm
We
here
saw
for.
What we could do in supercomputing capabilities, and what we're announcing today with Microsoft is we are bringing that supercomputing capability of scale into the Azure cloud. And the idea here is that we have the ability to have the largest cluster of EPYC CPUs, over 10,000 CPUs, that will really allow you to simulate very, very large tasks. And our first customer has already said that they have been able to get over 7,500 times speed up by using the Azure cloud with EPYC compared to what they could do before.
Yeah, because they weren't in the cloud, I suppose. Nice big number, but in the end, pretty meaningless.
Now, I also want to give you an update on our second generation EPYC processor, Rome. Rome is an incredible product. It's built on 7nm technology. It's up to 64 Zen 2 cores. It has incredible compute and I/O and bandwidth capability because of the way we architected this device. And when you look at what that means, what we see in our labs and in our customers' labs is we see up to twice the performance, 2x the performance per socket.
That's the nicer numbers, you know, they do realer numbers,
And on
basically.
floating point workloads, we see
Then,
up to
hey, I
4x
went from a
because
personal
of the floating
computer
point
to the
capability
cloud, and I
of
got
Rome.
7,500 times
Now,
more
we're
power.
very, very excited about how Rome is doing in the labs, and we want to show you some of how Rome is doing here
Okay.
at Computex. So
Yes.
for that, let me invite Forrest Nord to the stage.
No 28 core 5 gigahertz, I suppose.
Forrest,
Good morning.
Forrest runs our data center business, and Forrest, let's give our audience a preview of how Rome is doing.
Okay, it does make sense he's wearing the same clothing on the
Back in
page
January,
now.
Lisa showed the world the first performance demo on Rome with a single Rome processor outperforming what was, at that time, a dual socket top-of-stack, best system from our competitor. And that was great.
Hey,
but
not
today,
only I'm
I'm
coughing.
showing you that same simulation on 2 Rome processors outperforming the top-of-line Cascade Lake 8280 processor, dual socket from Intel, just announced a month ago. And Rome, in a dual socket to dual socket comparison, over twice as fast on molecular dynamics simulations.
Hopefully, because it's 264 cores.
Forrest, do you want to talk about what those nanoseconds were down there?
The nanoseconds where we are simulating a protein that's part of HDL floating around in the bloodstream. And it's critically important to understand how it interacts with other chemicals in your body. And that simulation was simulation of nanoseconds of that progression of the molecule, 92,000 atoms. And it's such an incredibly complicated thing that even the speed of EPIC can only simulate about 20 nanoseconds a day, but that's twice as much as on Cascade Lake. So twice the performance on Rome than our previous generation, twice the performance of the 8280M, which is a $10,000 processor, and we have twice as many platforms in development that'll be ready.
So did they went for the comparison because of the price
into their hands,
point?
into their labs, into their businesses as soon as possible.
And Forrest, when are we launching this product?
We're launching this product next quarter. Thanks, Lisa.
That is end of July, isn't it? Does anybody know when the end of the next quarter is?
Thank you, Forrest. And I hope you guys got just a preview of how excited we are with Rome. Rome is going to be incredible, and it's going to revolutionize the data center. So with that, now let's move into the realm of graphics and gaming.
No, I'm not looking for the Audi Q3. What is this shit? Stupid Google. There. Q3, July 1. This is September 30th. Right. So, pretty soon.
Alright.
Sorry I talked about over this, but this is just some CGI fluff. Nice to look at, but...
We love Radeon. And what we say is Radeon is really everywhere. So if you think about it, today, there are over 400 million gamers that game on Radeon. Over 400 million. And
but I do count PS and Xbox too.
Notebooks, Apple iMac, MacBook Pro.
I mean, PS4 is what, 80 million right now install base?
With Sony and Microsoft. And most recently, you saw Google announce that they're starting their cloud gaming technologies using AMD. You really get the sense that Radeon is everywhere. And one of the things I say,
not really a huge fan of the cloud gaming thing though. Not yet.
Just loves
not good yet. Too much latency.
Do you agree?
Yeah, don't show the Radeon 7. People were not very excited about that one.
It's already been a very, very important year for Radeon. We started the year at CES launching the second generation Vega product in gaming called Radeon 7. This was the world's first 7nm GPU, and it has incredible performance across gaming.
When you can make that claim, that's basically important.
At what we're doing in the data center with Radeon Instinct MI60 and MI50, we have a number of design wins and engagements that are looking at bringing Vega into all aspects of the data center. And what we see is tremendous momentum. So you're going to continue to see Vega, and you're going to continue to see Vega in these large, compute-intensive workstation workloads. And
yeah, because that is what it was made for.
Next weeks and months.
Not really for gaming.
But I started.
Although I do like my Vega 64, kind of. Especially since I made the Morpheus conversion.
Gamers in the world. And that's including PCs,
Also, I got it for
consoles,
MSRP, so
cloud, mobile. And
for that
gamers
was
are
fine.
incredibly demanding. Gaming is a very, very social sport, so you want to be able to share it with your friends. You want incredible control.
Yes, that's why I'm streaming.
You want performance.
I want to
in every form
share my
factor.
anger
You
over
wanna be able to
World of
play your
Warships.
favorite games anywhere, anytime, any place with the same ecosystem. To do that, you really need to build a GPU architecture that goes across PCs, consoles, and the cloud. And that's exactly what we set out to do. So, Navi is our new family
That
of
is,
Radeon GPUs.
I think,
And it is really built
PR speech
to
for
gaming.
we didn't have the
When you think
resources
about
to
Navi,
make 4 different
think
ones
about it's
for
really
4
the
different
start
architectures.
of an incredible future in gaming going forward. So, let me tell
But I
you a little
guess
bit
the
about
main
Navi. Not many people know much about Navi.
the
When
main
you
part
look
was
at
computing
Navi,
power again,
we believe
because
that
they
it
wanted
can
it in
power
servers.
a tremendous number of applications.
That's where the most
Just
money
last
is to be
month,
made, not in the
Sony
not in the
announced first application of
consoles.
Navi. They announced that
They're
the
important
next
too,
generation
but
PlayStation is going
not
to be
the same
powered by
margins.
AMD with our semi-custom portfolio using Navi as well as our Zen 2 products. And I can't tell you how excited we are to do that. When you think about the vision of Mark Cerny at Sony, he's really looking at revolutionizing.
Oh, are they
the
really
console
bringing
era
out
for the
Sonic
next decade.
on the stage?
And we are very, very honored to be partnering with Sony in that
It
area.
does appear to be.
Now, when I talk about Navi,
No,
I also
they're
talk
not.
about Navi as it relates to our PC products. And I want to
Just got excited for a second.
about what makes Navi so special. There are really a couple of things. First, Navi has an all-new 7-nanometer RDNA architecture, Radeon DNA. This is different from GCN, and I'm going to talk more about why it's different and what it does for us. Navi's
Glad they didn't call it
focused on
RNA.
gaming, like I said,
RNA.
responsiveness, performance, and so faster clock speeds, higher gaming performance, lower power. And Navi is also the world's first gaming GPU that has PCI Express Gen 4 enabled. So let me tell you a little bit about
Probably not gonna make a huge
and again,
difference
we call
because
this Radeon DNA,
PCI
so the R
360 and
has a
8
red,
is like 1 to 2%
Radeon here.
difference.
The way to think about it is
Probably will be important in a
AMD
data
has had
center
a long
though.
history of architectures in the GPU space. We love GCN. GCN has been a great architecture for us. And frankly, you're going to continue to see GCN as we go with new versions of Vega and many of the high compute workload applications. But you guys know how we thought about Zen in CPUs. When we designed Zen in CPUs, we decided it was time for from-scratch design because we believed that you needed a new
I
design.
think the next one will be completely next new design.
And that's exactly
Arcturus, I
what
think.
RDNA is. RDNA is a gaming engine, the architecture that will power the foundation of gaming for the next decade. So we're extremely excited about RDNA.
But, okay. Is R also going into
Now,
kind of like
so much
ray
to talk
tracing?
about as it relates to RDNA. My friend David Wang is sitting right here in the front row. You can ask him all the questions. But
Now everybody
overview
goes,
of what
storms to the
makes
front.
RDNA so special.
Not now.
RDNA is significant new capabilities. It's a brand new compute unit design. And the
Well,
idea
those
here
capabilities
is to
that should have been in
optimize that
Vega,
compute unit
but
for the
never
future of gaming.
were active.
And it's really focused on efficiency and increasing the number of instructions we could do.
Not trying to be negative, but
We also have an
trying to be
evolving
realistic.
cache hierarchy, and that's all about making gaming more responsive, reducing the latency, getting higher bandwidth, getting lower power, doing more. And the third point is we streamlined the graphics engine. And this is really bringing the architecture together and optimizing for performance per clock as well as higher clock speed. So when you put all that together, let me just give you a couple of numbers.
I know you
so
came
get
here
an
for me
idea of how special RDNA
sneezing,
is.
cleaning my nose.
When you look
That's
at
the only reason.
architectural improvements,
Please say
of
+1 if you
RDNA
are
in our
here
first
for me.
generation, compared
Clearing
to our
windows.
Vega gaming generation, what we see is 1.25x performance per clock.
Against.
So the way to think about this is that's architectural efficiency. Every clock cycle, you get more performance because of those compute engines and how we've optimized
Against the
the
last.
pipeline. And then when you put that
I should have
together,
been listening, huh?
both the architecture, the design capability, as well as the process technology, we're seeing
Although it's probably just some
1.5x or
special
higher
workloads.
performance per watt capability on the new Navi products as a result of our DNA. So now that you know about our new architecture, it's time to meet the Navi products. So today, for
All
the
right,
first time at
let's see
Computex,
what's come, what they
we're
roll
gonna
out.
introduce
That's the exciting part now.
RX 5000 family. And the RX 5000 family actually is named in honor of AMD's 50th birthday. So 50?
Didn't Nvidia move to copyright trademark
So let me introduce you
3080
to the first
RTX
Navi
3080
GPU.
stuff?
Thank you, Scott.
Oh look, there's a die. Ah. Seems fairly big, no HBM on it as far as I can see.
RDNA, RX 5000, and some of you may say, this chip actually looks pretty small.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit smaller than Vega without the HBM.
Incredible performance in it. So you're going to see a lot
Well,
of
I'll be interested about the performance.
very, very soon. Now with that, we also want to show you Navi in action. So Scott, come on back out here.
Oh, Scott Hartman? No. No, that is...
Hi, Scott. So Scott runs our Radeon Gaming business unit, and I think Scott has the most fun job in the company.
There's no doubt about it. I have the most fun job in the company. My kids always think that I just go to work and games, so I appreciate.
He actually does.
Hartman, right? That was the name. Hartman. Scott Hartman is the Trion guy.
Show our fans here.
Brian?
Hey, look, I'm super excited to show the world today Navi running for the very first time a real live gaming demo and benchmark. And on behalf of all the AMD engineers that have worked on the Navi product family, we are super excited to get this in the hands of gamers very, very soon. So behind me, you'll see that Chris over there has already started the benchmark running. This is Strange Brigade. It's running on 2 GPUs.
Okay, it's about the same speed as the RTX 2070. A bit faster.
5700 series GPUs.
Slightly, ever so slightly faster.
It's designed to play with your friends. You can fight Minotaurs.
But isn't Strange Brigade one of the titles that is very, very advantageous to AMD systems?
As the benchmark comes to a close here, you'll see the scores right behind me shortly. This is what I'm very extremely proud of our engineering team. You'll see that on average, the RX 5700 GPU beats our competition by roughly 10% performance in this very early edition of the game demo. So I'm super excited about that. Thank you.
I'm totally not meditating into my phone right now.
Scott has too much fun playing games all the time, but Scott, our fans want to know, this is a Navi preview. This is a Navi preview. So our fans want to know, when can they get their hands on Navi?
Well, it's going to be very soon. So we will be launching everywhere in the world at retail and e-tail, available in July. And so
July, okay.
For that.
What the price is more important, I suppose.
Maybe I'll also tell everybody, if you want to learn more about Navi, for all the gamers on the stream and here in the audience, you can come and either watch it on stream live, or if you're at the E3 trade show on June 10th, 3 p.m. Pacific, we will be talking about all the good details, including price points, performance, products, plural, and also all the new features inside of RDNA, all the technical features that we're putting into games, and I'm excited to announce today some exclusive game content from our game partners.
Okay,
up on stage with us.
Strange Brigade. The Vega 7 was faster than an RTX 2080 by about 10%.
So that's just a little bit of a preview of what you will have in store for you for Navi and our RDNA architecture.
So the RX 5000 seems to be about as fast as a Vega 64, judging by the numbers I see here. And if we compare this to other titles, okay, The Witcher. Yeah. Yep. In The Witcher, it's the Radeon 7 is about 10% slower than the 2080.
So how many of you love PCs?
So yeah,
You know, PCs
the
are
price will be important on that one.
if you really think about it. And AMD loves PCs. So if you look today, there are over 1.5
Nothing I will be
million
buying.
PC users.
That Vega
And
64
what
needs to
people do with
work
PCs,
another year.
They basically do everything. Whether it's productivity, gaming, entertainment, content creation, the PC form factor has lasted a long
But yeah,
time.
it's to be
because of all
expected
its
that they use
capability.
the best case
And
scenario
for many of us who are in the ecosystem,
in
we actually believe
Keynote.
that there are hundreds of millions of PCs that can be upgraded to be made smarter, more capable, more efficient, and more intuitive.
I don't know if
So over the past few years,
that makes the computer
AMD has
smarter as
actually
opposed to
invested
software
heavily
makes
in
it
the PC
smarter.
market, 'cause we believed that, frankly,
And not having a ton of
and when you
vulnerabilities.
look at the PC market,
Wink, wink,
it
Intel.
actually has some very, very interesting users. You have consumers who want thin, light, productive, good price point, those types of machines. You have enthusiasts, some of our favorites. These are the guys who want the best motherboard, the best CPU, the best GPU, always tweaking it, always overclocking it, always making it a little bit better, always pushing the technology. And then you have this whole class of creators.
Again.
The PC is their tool to let imaginations come alive. And if you look
Or to comment
across all
stupid
of these
comments
users,
on
you
AMD
actually
keynotes.
need different technology
That's me.
to make all of
Sorry,
them
Lisa.
productive and capable in PCs. Now, what does that mean to AMD? That actually means the PC market, more than almost any other market, requires a tremendous ecosystem. And that ecosystem requires our partners to work extremely closely together to bring that to the market. So I can think of no better way to talk about.
Did you notice that that was an Apple
really
computer?
Recognizing Microsoft as the most important part.
Did you notice that that picture was of an Apple
But for
computer?
all of us in the PC ecosystem, and their vision.
What
together
would be
with our
super
collective
big
efforts,
for
really
AMD
drives
is
tremendous
if
innovation. So with that,
Apple
let me welcome my
jumped
first
ship
guest,
from
Roanne
Intel
Stokes,
and
to the
were
stage.
using
Roanne,
AMD CPUs.
how are
That
you?
would be a really big win for them.
Roanne, thank you so much for being here with us at Computex.
Congratulations, first inaugural AMD Keynote at Computex. It's a big moment.
Thank you, thank you. Well, look, I
We'll
said it
see.
before, but I'll say it again. Microsoft is the heart of the PC ecosystem. Can you tell us a little bit about Microsoft's vision around PCs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we want to own it all.
Windows is integrated into the service fabric of our lives, you know, from home to schools to work. You know, it's integrated into mission critical systems from healthcare to finance to governments, the world. You know, and so if I take a look back at our responsibility, we have to keep it safe and secure, but it also provides a huge opportunity for growth. I have to say thank you to you as well as the collective ecosystem. We now have 800 million Windows 10 monthly active devices.
That's very impressive.
How compares that to Windows 7?
1 billion monthly active devices around the corner. It's just tremendous, tremendous growth. Now, you mentioned this inflection point that's coming to the market. We could not agree more. And it's going to be powered by silicon and the need for compute, whether that is CPU, GPU, even custom silicon. it will create a wave of new experiences. Experiences that are cloud connected, that are AI powered, and that are multi-sense.
We completely agree, Roanne. I mean, it's an incredible vision.
Did you say Broanne?
AMD and Microsoft have been partners for a long time.
Roanne.
Our relationship has changed. Can you talk a little bit about?
She's Roanne was the name, right?
What we're doing together?
Absolutely.
But hey, Broanne.
You know, I think back to 2 years ago.
That would be just great.
We were getting started back in Redmond between AMD and Microsoft and planning the next generation Ryzen family together.
Yes.
And I think that we have completely moved the needle in how we approach co-development together. And you're going to see that in what comes to market from both a device level, a driver level, and even the customer experiences that are going to be delivered. From a device level, you are going to see Ryzen integrated into all price points, including premium designs.
Is she talking about Surface?
Top OEMs here in this room with us today. And you're getting
It does sound a lot like Microsoft might be basing some of their new laptops on Ryzen.
Solid-state drives, getting into
That would be incredibly nice for them. Would really hurt Intel.
Power, and that's so critical to the custom experience that customers are going to have.
I mean, I have a.
Look at drivers. AMD was actually
I have a Surface.
To delivering modern drivers for Windows 10. It eliminates churn. It enables customers to have a more seamless update experience, and it's lower cost for the ecosystem.
I still want her to be called Roanne.
We absolutely love
Really?
partnering with Microsoft and our OEMs, and we're just.
Can she have a name change? I would support it.
With the modern device
Roanne?
collection and what we're doing together, there's just a tremendous number of form factors that are coming out to market.
And it's great. Customers are voting, you know, with their feet on this one. If you look at modern devices, we see
They're not like making any definite
satisfaction.
announcements.
12% increase in the average sales price. 6-month faster refresh.
But it really sounds a lot like it.
Ryzen family is actually going to be 50% modern devices this year. So it's just tremendous.
Did she just say 50? Okay, 50%.
So, you know, Roanne, our audience is always wondering what's next.
Yes.
Ah.
I know. Oh, if
Yeah.
only I could. If only I could. You
No.
know, Lisa and I have some inside scoop on the depth of partnership between AMD and Microsoft, not just in the PC
I would
space,
imagine.
but also as we look to the data center and the cloud and to graphics and gaming. I am really excited about what we are doing there. I think it is going to be next level in terms of what you can expect from us. I want to thank you for your commitment. You know, we have a deeper level of resourcing for co-engineering here in Taipei as well as back in Redmond. And I think it's a sign of AMD's commitment to growth and to leading in the category.
Fantastic. Roanne, thank you so much. Thank you for your partnership.
You bet.
And thank you for
Lisa.
being here today.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
I still want her to be called Roanne. Yeah, I'm basic, sorry.
We love the partnership with Microsoft, and one of
I
the
bet.
things we say is partnerships only get deeper with time, and that is really an example of one of the partnerships that has just gotten tremendously deeper with time.
I think I should take a look at the AMD
those modern devices. Those modern devices
share
are
price.
powered by our second generation Ryzen mobile device. We introduced this device at CES earlier this year, and if you walk...
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to go up.
And if you look at the various OEM systems, you're going to see a large number of devices that have our second generation Ryzen mobile that has tremendous performance as well as longer battery life. And when you look from Acer and Asus to Dell, HP, Lenovo, they're just a tremendous number of new
$26
with AMD. And we appreciate that partnership. We
is
appreciate
currently.
It's difficult. We appreciate a lot of that is done here in Taiwan with our ODM.
It just went up by $1.18.
So I'd like to take this opportunity to have you hear from some
Yeah,
of the OEM partners.
yeah.
So let me
People
start
are
first
actually,
with
they're definitely reading
has a tremendously broad portfolio across
that
desktop,
into
notebook
it.
systems, motherboard
What I'm
components,
reading into
and
it.
add-in boards. And with that, let me bring Joe Shea to the stage. Joe?
So if I had money, I should have been buying AMD shares like a year ago or so before Zen was released. But I don't.
Exciting to be here today.
Thank
I
you so
can't
much
make
for being here,
shitloads
Joe.
of money, sadly.
Personally, I like to welcome Lisa to Taipei. You know, Lisa is one of the most knowledgeable and respectable scientist CEO. Okay, I know in this
Scientist.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
That she's actually a scientist.
And
That is really cool, I think. That she's not just like a
Thank you very much.
an economist or something.
Of your new product launch.
Thank you. Thank you.
Asus and
Look at that, he's wearing an ROG shirt to an AMD keynote.
Asus has more than 5,000.
I guess GPP is kind of dead, which is good.
We are so proud to be the company that can
Yeah, ROG Strix Radeon RX 590. GPP dead.
Powered by AMD. Starting with the ROG motherboard, the ROG graphic cards, the FreeSync monitors, the gaming laptop, and the gaming desktop.
But it just showed the X470F gaming. There should be an X570.
Inside and exciting user experience outside. In April, we have launched the latest Ryzen CPU to our ultra slim gaming notebook.
Yes. And
today, we are going to introduce a new gaming desktop, the ROG Strix GL10 series.
Woo!
Also powered by AMD CPUs. Do you want to talk about the CPU?
Too many numbers.
I'm very excited because it will be one of the first systems with 3rd generation AMD Ryzen CPUs. So thank you, Joe.
Thank you, AMD. And what's more,
there we go.
High performance CPU.
But I'm not gonna buy a new motherboard.
Engineering challenges. And we are confident Asus could be the one.
I'm just interested in the CPU. I mean, I do have the X470 Crosshair 7 Hero, which is a nice board.
It's kidding, right?
After my Crosshair 6 Hero broke down, and yeah, that was kind of bad.
570 series motherboard. Apart from the standard design, we include special tuning for memories, a dedicated part for high Qualcomm CPUs. And guess what?
Okay.
We have 30 designs.
Did you hear that? Dedicated design for high core count CPUs. I just hope I can put a high core count on my board.
Partner for us. Last but not least, this year is also Asus 30 years anniversary. So let's celebrate together.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, the cake is a lie? Oh.
Thank you for the partnership with Asus, and you can tell there's a tremendous amount of excitement around what they're going to bring to the market.
Baron just bought a new tank in War Thunder, took it to testing range and watched a kill cam showed a round going clean through without exploding.
We also have an incredibly broad portfolio in the PC category across notebooks,
through your tank or the enemy tank?
Much more. So with that, let me welcome my friend Jerry Gao to the stage.
Okay, Acer.
Hi, Jerry.
Lisa.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you for having me here. Yeah, first, also follow my friends. I also want to welcome Lisa to be here.
Thank you.
Be honest, she's not just a scientist.
They are rolling out all the biggest laptop and laptop manufacturers right now.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
Which is good, because the last generation of AMD laptop CPUs took a very long time to arrive in devices.
Because your stock price, he earned a lot of money.
And as I mentioned, it's the battle that I need to beat Intel in.
Okay, but allow me to one sentence.
To gain mindshare with the normal consumer, not the enthusiast. Just as me and you guys who are watching right now probably are. Enemy tank, Bull Baron. Was it a paper tank?
Lisa, this is your miracle delivered.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I also want to thank you, Lisa, because Lisa mentioned that AMD love gamers. So on behalf of our Acer gaming design to the customers, I want to say gamer also love AMD. So this is something because of you, we can deliver this monster. This is a Predator Helios notebook.
They are, of course, excited about these things because
this is actually serious.
if
not just the AMD
computing power increases enough, people are going to buy new laptops.
However, a very famous YouTuber, Dave2D, I think many of you is familiar with him. He is actually 3 million followers and very professional in terms of notebook media review. So he used the word absolutely beast for AMD solution. This is something I think I did not see anywhere in the world.
Did he say absolutely pissed?
And this is still the previous generation. And yesterday we just announced our
Did he misunderstand?
second generation Ryzen Mobile, Nitro 5 notebook. So I would like to invite you and everybody to see a video.
All right.
Yeah, I guess Ryzen 3 Mobile will come later. Like Q1, 219, 220? With something Russian I nailed it with a fake Lvov. Alright. Didn't they introduce that one before? That is not like a new reveal, I believe.
Thank you so much.
Exciting, right?
Very exciting, very exciting.
Yeah. You know why I stopped this page?
Tell me why you stopped in this page.
Okay, because you know, normally here means who sponsor. But I want to mention two keywords here. There are 2 lines here.
So that's APUs?
Just a 1 line.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Lisa, maybe you don't know, but people here and also all the OEM partners understand one very good thing, which is a strong advantage, is that you have both CPU and GPU.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We agree.
You know your competitors? Your famous GPU competitors don't have CPU. Your famous CPU competitors
they're working on it though.
CPU.
For that very reason.
Actually, they tried.
And that actually doesn't make Intel afraid, that makes Nvidia afraid.
So really
because that will push them out of the laptop market.
Thanks to AMD, because you have both solutions. Actually, the synergy, 1 + 1 is larger than 2.
Thank you.
Not just for designer like Acer, but for all the people using AMD's structure. They really enjoy it. This is something I want to say thank you to you.
Thank you very much.
And other than
I'm so sorry about that. I don't want to be sick. I would like to work tomorrow, but I can't go to work. Because I've got like 38 degrees Celsius fever.
Our main casual gaming. And with AMD's help, we both have a notebook and desktop form factor within the Predator Nitro family. In addition to that, we also have the display. Acer, the first one to provide a FreeSync to the world. And by far, we are still have the widest product portfolio.
How about you provide a good, true HDR display for FreeSync too?
AMD love gamers, but AMD not just love gamers because they are.
Oh wait, he's the Acer guy. Whoops.
So we have
sorry.
a product line actually equipped with the AMD technology, like our education. That's a
damn, my tea is gone.
Series, our Chromebook, and also our Thin and Light series. And our famous Aspire, which
talk about desktop.
We are shipped 10 million every year, and AMD represents a significant in that portion. Also want to thank Lisa.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you know, in Acer, we always talking about the lesser presentation of the.
Who do they roll out next?
Is what do you know? The best.
The best is yet to come.
Yeah, the best is yet to come. And taking the opportunity, I'm going to introduce everybody that we will be very
is that a Transformer branded laptop, computer case?
About when we are going to launch.
That looks incredibly Transformer branded.
I know. So
For the next 30 minutes, it's a secret.
Okay, next 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Okay.
Oh my god.
Desktop Predator.
I need a new tea.
The Quick is the 3rd generation Ryzen desktop processor, and also the Navi.
Wow, this has been going on for a while.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the first AMD plus AMD 7nm plus 7nm. And, can I say my teeth? 3rd generation desktop processor plus Navi. And most important, it is A plus A. The second A means Acer.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
A plus A.
For your partnership.
Double A. Should be triple A.
All right, fantastic. Look, it's wonderful to hear from our partners. They are truly, truly special. But it's time to get back to our products. And so I'm extremely, extremely excited for this next part of our presentation.
Yeah. Me possibly too. Okay, it's a PGA. It's not an LGA system. Well, socket. Yes. Yes. Obviously, it must have been PGA. Otherwise, it wouldn't be compatible with AM4. So yeah. Why am I even excited about that? That was pretty clear.
Are you guys ready?
I am ready for more power.
Really ready?
I would scream if I could.
I'm so excited today to talk to you
But again, I'm ill.
of our AMD Ryzen. It is truly an incredible product for us. And you know, as much as we loved the 1st generation of Ryzen, we absolutely love 1st gen Ryzen. Did you guys love 1st gen Ryzen?
The applause.
And by the way,
She's drowning in it.
loved 2nd gen Ryzen too.
She's drowning even more now.
But frankly, our company is an engineering company, and we were not satisfied. Our engineering team wanted to do more. We wanted to push the envelope further. We had so much ambition for the desktop and what you can do on
Hopefully,
the desktop.
Intel was sitting on their asses for long enough without competition.
The 3rd generation Ryzen processor family.
So we get something to. Oh, still just one chiplet. Damn it! Show me a second one. 16 cores.
Based on 7nm Zen 2 cores. This is part of our Zen processor family, and it's the 3rd incarnation of our Zen processor family. You also know that it's an AM4 socket, and that's important because we wanted our enthusiast fans to have the continuity of AM4. And it's also the world's first PCIe Gen 4 platform, and you're going to see that in action today as well.
Oh, nice.
So now let me tell you some things you may not know. Let's start first with the core. The core truly is the engine of our 3rd gen Ryzen. And Zen 2 is an incredible core. When you take a look at some of the features, we doubled the floating point. And why is that important? Doubling the floating point in PC applications means you have faster performance in creative workloads for all of those content creators who want to do more. We also doubled the cache size. Why did we double the cache size? Because access to memory is so important. And we believe
and that could be a bit slower with
memory latencies,
the
you get much, much better performance.
separate die,
and how gaming
separate I/O die.
And then the most important.
So that makes sense from an architectural standpoint.
Is the IPC, or the instructions per clock.
How much?
IPC, you work incredibly hard for every single percentage.
We're going about 15% numbers go about.
Our engineers told me, Lisa, I think we might get 8 to 10% IPC. Zen was a great core. Zen is a great core. we think 8 to 10% is reasonable. But my engineers
Not that
are
much.
amazing, and they always surprise me and us.
Okay.
And so today, I'm happy to share with you that Zen 2 in the PC workloads actually achieves 15%.
Okay, so that number was, well,
15%.
depending on what. We will see on what that is based. Will be interesting to see.
Lifts all boats. All applications improve with IPC, whether you're talking about gaming or heavily threaded applications and so on and so forth. So we're really, really happy with how Zen 2 has come about. But I'm sure you guys want to know what the product can do. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so let's
It
start
is.
with the very first.
So this is the part where I do get excited right now.
It's the Ryzen 7 3700X. The 3700X is the world's first 7nm desktop CPU.
4.4 gigahertz boost. That is not that. Oh, I was. Oh, I thought I would be I would be happy with 4.5.
36 megabytes of total cache.
But that is not a top thing.
An amazing 65 watts of TDP.
Yeah, 65 watts TDP. Yeah, the TDP numbers are always a bit misleading.
For 8 cores and 16 threads. That's the power of 7nm technology. If you take a look at some of the performance characteristics, look, the second gen Ryzen is a great set of products, but what we're seeing with the 3700X is significant double-digit performance in both single-threaded and multi-threaded workloads at that significantly lower power.
Yeah.
So more performance,
but it has higher clock speeds. Wait.
But with that, you probably want to see the third gen in action. So Robert, come on out and help me demonstrate 3700X.
I can do that. Hey.
All right, Robert, what are we going to show?
So we've got Cinebench R20 running, and I was thinking back to my time as a reviewer looking at AMD's K7 and K8 architectures, long time ago. And we've used Cinebench for over 15 years to reliably and quickly test the performance of a processor. And now we're on Cinebench R20, which came out just last month. And what you'll see on your right is the Ryzen 7 3700X versus on the left, the Core i7 9700K. And as we churn through this realistic, ray-traced scene, you may notice that
9700K.
3700X is quite a bit faster. In fact, it's about 1/3 faster than the competing part. And that's really a testament to the compute performance of Zen 2 and the density that the 7
But doesn't that thing not have
brings to a chip.
multi-threading?
And it's just a monster performance. And I think if content creators really, really want something special, that's just 65 watts. This is a beautiful, beautiful part.
No, it's 8. Yeah, it doesn't have multi-threading.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just let that.
But yeah, they should have showed the 9900K actually, and not the 3700X.
Are we done?
Because that one is 8 cores, 16 threads.
Okay.
It takes a little while.
All right, there we are. All right.
Robert, thank you so much. Thank you.
But that was definitely more than 25% longer.
So look, you get an idea
That's
of
good.
how much capability you have. Again,
But not thrilled by the comparison CPU they chose.
Single-threaded performance about equal, and 28% more multi-threaded performance, all at 65 watts.
But I guess they're going to show the 9900K against the higher Ryzen 7 or Ryzen 9, whatever name it will be.
3700X, but you know we love processors in general. So let me introduce you to the next member of the Ryzen 7 family, the Ryzen 7 3800X.
4.5, yes.
3800X is now the 8-core device for the enthusiast gamer. The boost clock goes up to 4.5 gigahertz.
Yeah, but
36 megabytes of total cache, and you see this is now at 105 watts. And when we think about the 3800X, we really think about it.
Is that the clock speed threshold where it gets really inefficient?
Take a look at the improvements. Ryzen was always an incredible processor.
That's just the 100 megahertz difference and the huge TDP difference there.
To get with 3rd Gen Ryzen.
So I guess 4.5 gigahertz is what we can expect out of these chips, not 5. They won't reach 5 gigahertz.
Dota, PUBG.
That's basically where Intel is trying to save themselves.
Because we really believe gaming performance is critical, and we designed the 3800X for gaming performance. So with that, let me invite Robert out again to show you what 3800X does.
Okay, so this time we have the Core i9 99.
There we go, that's why they kept it.
This is our beautiful Ryzen 7 3800X. Both of them 8 cores, 16 threads. And the great thing about it is this beautiful PUBG demo that we built and recorded to reliably test the performance of this game. This is a tough game to benchmark, but we've done it. And what you'll see is that both processors are about the same. And in fact, that's ideal. I know as a gamer that I want a processor that gives so much performance to the GPU that
yeah, I don't see any numbers. Ah, no, wait, there are. 147, 149.
Ryzen 7 3800X, if you are looking for a chip that gives you the performance you need for those high-end GPUs.
And the 9900 goes to 4.7, I believe.
4 and 7 nanometer, it's the only choice.
Fantastic. All right. Now, what we said about our solution is it's not just about the processor. It really is about the system. So what we want to show you next, Robert's going to help me. We're going to show you the 3800X with the new Navi Radeon RX 5700 series with X570 motherboard and with a tremendous amount of I/O capability using PCI Express Gen 4. So this is actually the world's first PCI Express Gen 4 ready gaming PC.
Yeah, which is not going to make much of a difference, I believe.
Absolutely.
That is PCI 4.
Two systems. On your left, a PCI Gen 3 system, and on your right, exclusively and uniquely from AMD, a PCI Gen 4 system. And this is running the
they're probably using something to saturate the bus.
Which is designed to answer the question, how much extra graphics performance can you get from PCI Gen 4 versus Gen 3? And the answer is clear, and it's large. Up to 69% more performance for graphics from having PCI Gen 4, which you can
take a look at that bandwidth.
From AMD.
Just take a look at that bandwidth.
So we're running.
Yeah, I'm trying to take a look at the bandwidth, but I can't see it.
About 14 frames per second on the Intel system, and this is just a really great demonstration of what Gen 4 can do for gamers, and you think about how that might help games in the future.
Fantastic, Robert. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that basically said nothing.
So when you take a look at the new Ryzen 7 family, 3rd gen, this is what your takeaway should be.
At least I think that was pretty meaningless.
3700X or 3800X. In single-threaded, we are at or better than the competition. In multi-threaded, we are significantly better than the competition. And this is the power of Zen 2, the power of our chiplet architecture, and the power of bringing that all together in the ecosystem. So that's Ryzen 7.
Oh, really? That was all they showed? Oh, damn it.
And when you look at this, I really want to thank our partners. Our partners have really brought forward over 56 new motherboards, X570s at launch. So thank you for that.
But it did make some hints about higher core counts.
And we have 100 plus motherboards that are already Ryzen ready for 3rd generation. So that's our commitment to the AM4 platform. And so all of you will have access to that broad ecosystem. Now, I do have one more thing for you this morning. Do I have one more thing? Everybody has been wondering, is AMD going to bring more than 8 cores to the 3rd gen Ryzen desktop processor?
And the answer is no.
And today, I'm very happy to say the answer is absolutely yes.
Yay! Okay, that is exciting. But they're not showing it now, which I was hoping for.
And today, I am so proud to introduce the new AMD Ryzen 9 family.
Oh, yeah.
So, for the very
This is what I was waiting for.
Take a look at
This.
AMD Ryzen 9.
This is it.
Is this beautiful or what? When I showed
Sorry, I'm not cheering enough, but I'm excited.
The internet wondered, because I had one core chiplet, whether we had room for the second core chiplet.
And that was pretty clear that I had
And
it.
the answer is we absolutely have room, and this
The question was, will they bring it out?
to the market.
Not whether it could, whether it would. Is that golden?
So, I love silicon,
I just looked like it.
but I also love products and showing products off. So let me talk about Ryzen 9.
Ooh, 12 cores, 4.6.
Is the absolutely first
Ooh, nice,
mainstream
nice.
desktop processor
I like.
with 12 cores and 24 threads. And what you see that's so special here is this is the no compromise product. We have 4.
So no 16 cores yet?
70 megabytes of total cache, and it's all in 105 watts.
I want 16 cores now.
And when we say no compromise, we mean that it is a phenomenal multi-threaded CPU, but it's a phenomenal gaming CPU as well. So with that, let me invite Robert back to show off the performance of our 3900X. Robert?
Against what?
For my last and final trick.
Ah, no 16 cores then. But the rumors were pointing at that.
Socket. This is a $1,200 processor on the left versus the AMD Ryzen 9 3900X on your right. And we're running Blender, which is trusted by many content creators to evaluate 3D rendering performance. And it's just a really great content creation tool. What you see from every box is a processing thread. And as we come to the finish, the difference is clear. We finished in about 32 seconds versus the competitor's 38 seconds. And that's about an 18% performance improvement for AMD. And we're going core to core, 12 versus 12, which means Zen 2 is simply faster.
Fantastic!
Yeah.
Woo!
No, the 9920X. What's the max? 3.5 gigahertz though. No.
Take a look at what we're doing with the Ryzen 9 3900X.
4.5.
Double-digit improvement in single-thread performance.
Sounds nice.
Significant improvement in multi-threaded performance. And take a look at the power. Our competition is at 165 watts.
Yeah, that one is a hot
at
one.
105 watts. Does that look great or what?
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
So
Now
I
the
know it looks
price.
great, but I know
Is the
now
price
you're wondering,
nice?
How much does this cost?
Yeah, that is the question.
When am I gonna be able to get
$599, $699.
Ryzen? So now let's go there. At AMD, we believe in bringing the best technology to our fans and to our ecosystem. And that's the way we think about it. Third gen Ryzen is amazing. When you look at the 3700X, when you look at more performance, lower power, all of that.
I guess the 3700X around $350, I suppose.
The price point for an entry-level 8-core device should be $329.
Better.
And when you move up to the 3800,
Yeah, that one is gonna be like $429.
16-thread device for gamers and content creators. Incredible performance, both single and multi-threaded. We also believe, again, we want
But
as many people to have.
I don't see the point of the 3800X.
Will retail for $399.
Okay, but still, there's not much point to it. 100 megahertz plus.
And
I don't see
finally,
that
the
is
Ryzen
pointless.
9 family. We love this guy. We love this guy because we love.
Unless you can, it has better headroom to overclock. That would make sense then.
In 12
But
cores,
only
24
reviews will
threads.
show.
You saw, Robert, we compared against our competition whose
Hey,
device
that one will be
is
higher.
more than $1,100. But we believe that we want as many people as possible to have the Ryzen 9 3900X. So when this goes on sale, it will retail for $499.
Okay, that is really tempting.
The price of our competition with much, much more performance.
It is absolutely tempting.
So now you want to know when you can get this all.
But
And when you put all this together, what you see is
I heard the rumors that it's 16 core.
has been amazing. Just take a look.
I don't think I will run out and buy 12 core.
Over the last 2 years. When we started the first gen Ryzen, we thought it was amazing.
$499.
Just a little over 2 years, we have brought the performance at the $499 price point up 32% single-threaded, double in multi-threaded performance, and increase the core count from 8 to 12 cores. At AMD, we call that innovation, and I hope you see this is what technology leadership is all about.
Or are they not going to release? Probably not going to release the other one. So no 16 core.
I am very, very proud to tell you that all of these processors go on shelf on July 7th.
Okay, a bit more than a month from now.
First 7nm desktop CPU on 7/7 for all of you. So with that, let me bring our Computex keynote to a close and say, first of all, we are so honored to be here, and I want to thank Taitra and TCA again for the opportunity for us to be at the opening keynote. It has been an incredible day.
So I guess we won't be seeing a 16 core.
High-performance computing world, and we are so appreciative of the support of all of our fans and all of our ecosystem partners. So to close the show, I want to invite our ecosystem partners to the stage so that we can take a picture together. Please join me.
Okay, that was the end, I suppose.
Thank you, Walter. Thank you.
But yeah, what do you think?
Thank you.
On one hand, I'm super excited they're bringing a 12 core for $499. On the other hand, I'm a bit sad they're not bringing a 16 core CPU. Which is, I don't know. I guess we'll see about it. But that was cool. I mean, $499, 12 core CPU. Now the question is just, will they bring out something better than the 12 core or not? I mean, last year everybody was speculating whether they would be introducing a 16 core CPU. Last year they were speculating whether there would be a better product or a higher end product than the R7 2700X, and there was none. So yeah, that will be interesting to know. But this answer is going to be only answered later on. Yeah, right? I mean, it only is 4.6 gigahertz boost. But it seems to be beating Intel a bit, because in multi-core, from testing, from what I've seen, and from people trying it out, the AMD multi-core SMT solution is better than the Intel solution. And at the same time, it's also less vulnerable, which is really nice. Yeah. 12 cores, $499, that's tempting. Now the question is, how much will it cost here? I'm going to say it will retail here in Switzerland for about 579 Swiss francs, which will translate to $579. But that might be a bit too optimistic. Let's do the tax. 7.7% tax we have here. VAT on products. Yeah, what? No, that was wrong. Yeah, I can't. Oh god. I can't calculate. What am I doing? Just do 1.077. Am I stupid? Huh? No. 4.99 times 0.77. $437 with the tax included. So 537. So 579 seems to be, well, reasonable-ish for Switzerland, because our parts are always a bit more expensive. Yeah, that was really cool. 12 cores. I was hoping for a 16 cores. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to sell my 27X and put that one in. Really tempted. But I have a bit more than a month to think about it. Check out the prices that we get here in Switzerland, and then think if I should really get 12 core or thread CPU. Oh my god. Oh fuck. That would be so nice. So nice for streaming. That would be really nice. Because currently, right now, I'm streaming at 6,000 kbps. Nothing is running, and I'm currently at 20% CPU with what I'm using right now, the encoder. But hey, guys, I really need to go to bed because I'm still sick, and I need to go to bed and sleep. So this was the stream, guys. I'll see you. I don't know if I'll do a stream tomorrow evening with gaming. I'll have to see how I feel with gaming and then streaming. I just really wanted to cover this. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're as excited as I am. And that will get something moving in the CPU market, I suppose. Probably not the GPU market. The RX 5000 series is pretty uninteresting to me because I have a Vega 64. Will probably use a lot less power, but I'm not upgrading just to get less power. Right. Thank you so much. I need to go drink some more tea and go to sleep my illness off. I'll see you around, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, stay fabulous, stay safe, have a very good time. And I'll see you guys around. A good night. Bye-bye.